In the news tonight, there are reports coming in this evening of a savage terrorist attack on the Glass Tower. Radicals believed to be a part of the 517 Authentics detonated bombs placed near the Glass Tower, taking out power within the Upper District, demolishing a transport hub and killing 2 security officers as well as several civilians. The radicals are then believed to have fired shots into busy streets, killing 2 more officers and severely injuring members of the public. The council are offering 2,000 credits to anyone who gives information that leads to the apprehension of the radicals. Due to the unforeseen explosions within the Upper District during sky maintenance, the council regrets to inform the public that the dome suffered damage which may lead to an increase in the stain levels. The damage has also put a delay on the fixing of the artificial sun by 24 hours. In other news, 3 of the victims of the Odorkin Ripper have been identified this evening. Carlos Grime, aged 36, Constance Priddle, aged 24, and Lafayette McCanley Jr., aged 19 have all been identified. Council security officers are working on identifying the last 2 victims. Council Security Chief Wilson Hutter said in a statement this evening, "These were savage attacks and bear all the markings of the Odorkin Ripper. We are currently working around the clock to identify the remaining 2 victims, and searches are ongoing to find the missing body parts." Lastly, due to the conflicts over the past few weeks, Council official Benedict Gideon Rochford has pushed through a new mandatory ruling today that will enforce new licenses to be purchased for all new weaponry within District 5. The councilman said in an interview this evening, "These are dark times within District 5. The events of today alone have left more than 10 people dead and are proof that tighter restrictions need to be in place within the Upper District. This new Upper District ruling is to be put into place, effective immediately. The council thanks you for your continued support."
Take it away,
Is
sir.
everybody done? Excellent. So,
It just reminded me what the 3rd victim was called.
I cannot, although I can assure you it is not of importance. As I haven't actually clicked on the video and I don't have that as a note because I was intending to, but then closed it and tabs take ages to open up.
It's alright, I'll just listen to the video again. Don't worry.
Oh, already come with music.
Okay, so in the last session, Anna Feng gave you guys a mission to undertake, a job, if you will, to retrieve a note of a order that she had placed for some materials from a body of a contact of hers called Carlos Grime from within the Glass Tower. You guys surveyed the area, you had a look around and found that there was 2 power grids that seemed to be powering the Glass Tower, and had the idea of taking out the power should Plan A, which was to send Ferak 17 and Catherine Selrao into the building as under disguise to try and receive this note from the corpse. To destroy the power grids, Vita Van Welden went to the spaceport bar rejection and met a lady called Ilsa Bennett, who, for a small fee that was picked up by the 517 Authentics, gave you some plastic explosives to place at both power grids. Whilst Catherine, Darrow and Ferrax 17 got inside the glass tower and scouted it out, Yasiragi, Vita and Samuel placed explosives down and the mission began. Everything went pretty smoothly when Ferrax 17 and Catherine Sarau got inside the glass tower. They went in pseudo to the morgue and found all of the correct information. However, the bombs were already planted at the power grids. Yasiragi made the executive decision to blow them up regardless, to keep the 517 Authentics happy and to try and make sure that it was pinned on the 517 Authentics. Heading to an apartment block, him and Ferrax began planning a nice plan to try and ensure that fingers were pointed at the terrorist group, the 517 Authentics, while Samuel Ward, Vita Van Welden and Catherine Salrao took the note back to Anna Feng, who asked you this contact from the note in which he'd retrieved. Yasiragi asked Ferrax 17 to go into the glass tower, and upon hearing the explosions that he was going to set off using the igniter for the bombs, shout for the 517 Authentics when the lights had gone out and start shooting. Unfortunately, when the bombs went off in a spectacular array of electric and fire, the glass tower stood strong and the lights didn't go out. Ferrax 17 fled to the building and a fight ensued on the busy streets. Yasiragi came to help Ferrax and butchered in cold blood two hard-working security officers before fleeing into the darkness.
Whoops.
And Ferrax 17 had a Benny Hill moment running around some buildings trying to lose the elite operative, whilst wasting two of his acid grenades trying to throw at them but failing spectacularly, before also fleeing into the night away from them and go back to Anna Feng's. So, upon getting back to Anna Feng's, this is ever so slightly retconned, upon getting back to Anna Feng's, Catherine Salrao has disappeared, and Anna Feng gives Yasiragi a note, which I was supposed to actually write to actually give to you as a handout, but unfortunately I didn't have enough time with doing a bunch of other stuff. But the note that she left for you just says, Yasiragi gone to attend some personal business, shall be back within the next couple of days. I will call you on the compad as soon as I am finished. Regards, Catherine.
I screw it up and I'm like, oh, this could complicate things. I'll shove it into a pocket, forget about it immediately.
Screw it up and put it in a pocket.
Maybe it'll be useful there.
Which brings us on where we left off, pretty much. So, we'll pick up with Vita, who struck a deal with Anna Feng in the last session for 2 suits and more money with Anna to go and meet this person. Yasiragi and Ferrax have just got back in from their voyage or ransacking of the upper district. So yeah, take it away.
Yasiragi, what do you think of the old fancy new duds, eh?
Wait, do we actually have those now? I
You
thought
made
that
them
was.
well fast.
Well, I
Yeah.
know, because that's what I've been doing while you've been faffing around with all that, that killing of people.
I see. Do I have my stuff tailored?
I guess so, yes. It'll be off the peg, and then you'd have to be measured for it. And I'm imagining that whilst you were shooting up people, like, it cuts back to Vita, who's just sort of being measured and stuff like that, and Anna sewing and whatnot.
So do I have to wait till she's back in a couple of days?
Well, no, she's there. It's Catherine Sarau that's left. So she's there.
Oh,
she's
that was the note from Catherine.
Yeah. So she's asked you. Anna's asked you to go and meet her contact that is now in the Rim District.
Yes. Well, I'm like, jolly good, Vita. But I don't stick around to have the suit tailored myself. I'm more interested in getting payment as soon as possible.
Well, I don't blame you. It's not my fault that you were wasting valuable clothing time. Anyway, right, lead the way. Let's go and meet this fella so we can go get paid.
I don't know. I grumble under my breath, and I'm not too pleased about that comment, but I'm not confrontational, so I just walk out the front.
Actually, we still don't know what's going on. I just think you've blown everything up, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Haven't actually told us.
Well, as far as we're concerned, you're just late. You're
Yeah.
faffing around. We
Yeah,
don't know what you've been doing.
It's like, I'll take the blame, but I'm a bit disgruntled.
So you guys are basically gonna straight away. You get back in and then converse, and then you're gonna head out and head to the Rim District.
Fast regroup, yeah.
Well, unless anyone else has got any objections, I suggest we just go on with it.
By the way, do we need to do a navigation check to find this guy?
Well,
Maybe
you may do when you actually reach the.
I mean, we do
Rim
know
District.
the name of the place, but there is going to be uncharted regions of the map traveled, so I'm not sure how you want to do the ruling on that, but I do know that navigation checks are a thing, so...
Sorry, I don't think that navigation is the right role. Maybe we have to do something like a city awareness or
No,
something like
it's
that.
definitely the right role.
Oh, okay.
Could use
Yes.
if you've got Culture World of District 5, you could maybe use that. But
I
yeah,
was talking
navigation
about
would be.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Can you give me the link to the sheets? The sheets.
It's in the channel. If you click on. I'll just link it. Hang on.
Sorry, I'm always bad at finding things.
There you go. It's linked in TeamSpeak.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Do you choose to go straight to try and find the bar? Do you want to stop off anywhere? You know, is you just heading straight to try and locate this place?
I will stop if anyone else does, but if we're going straight there, I'm game.
Yeah, I'm alright going straight there.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we take the diesel lift, or are we...
You move.
You could take the diesel lift.
It would be the most logical thing if it's running, I guess.
And
Saves time.
Does everybody go with Yasu? Like, is
Yes,
everybody
of course.
going with him?
Yeah, of course. We may as well go as a group.
But I can see someone
Yeah.
anymore. I think his camera died.
He's probably turned it off, possibly. Or was doing something.
He's just taking a quick 10-minute cosplay break.
Oh, okay.
Dancing on his bed, playing bass. What an image. Okay, where am I?
To the south
Oh, there we go.
of the bit, you'll see your tokens.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you arrive at the diesel lift. You go into the diesel lift building and obviously head downwards. To
On the
Rim
diesel
District.
lift, you see me like padding myself down, looking for something, Don't find it.
Okay, so time for the
So presumably we can make a navigation check to use street signs and such to find this place. Perhaps an alternative would be interrogating a local, but that could entail more drama.
There'll be. I mean, you know the location that she said that he said it would be. The note from the corp said it was in Irontown. So there will be notices and whatnot.
Oh, so I presume we could easily enough get to Irontown, but then
Yeah, you
the
could
second
easily
leg
enough
of the
get to
journey may require some checks.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess we follow the signage. Presumably everything's pretty safe around the place. No need to stay in battle formation.
Yeah, you
Don't
can,
think so.
you can work your way towards Irontown. Just have to find yourself a sign that would, take you there. Or
Well, absolutely. I stroll out of the diesel lifts and look around for any indication of how to get to that sector.
well, that's beautiful, because right outside every diesel lift is signs that have arrows pointing in directions, telling you where to go and whatnot.
Magical.
So yeah, it says, and hopefully you can see if I use the measuring device, that Irontown is this way.
Okay.
And it says that it's. Let me see now. It would be. I think it would say 500 m, so it's 500 meters in this direction.
And all vehicles are disabled right now, so...
In the upper district,
In-
not in the rim.
Oh, okay, so presumably we can
Taxi!
shorten this journey, yeah, by...
Come on, man. At just 500 meters, we can do it without.
Of course, I mean you could hail a taxi and ask to go to the actual bar.
Good idea. I'm not sure why
It
you're
would-
helping me work out how taxis work.
It would.
Oh, wait.
That's what I was doing.
I'm
That's
just
what I was gonna
refreshing people's brains on how RL taxis work, just
Well,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
but
in
sorry,
case you've never got in one.
No,
I've
only
met a
like
couple of
twice.
people I've met a couple of people that have just never got in a taxi.
sorry, but it's just half a kilometer. Can we do it with our legs? I mean, it's just 500 meters. It's not that hard.
Well, if
We can just
Vita's flagging down a taxi and asking to go direct to the place, I'll tag along. Yes.
Just remind me, Enigma, what's the bar called again that we're going for?
It should actually. Whose thing is it in? Let me see who actually has. It's in your journal. It's called Note.
Cravat Bar.
Oh, of
There
course.
you go.
I said, okay, we'll just hail a taxi. So I'm going to stand looking rather respectful and make a spot for a taxi. Do I see one?
One moment. Yep, there's a couple of taxis.
Right, I'm gonna hail one. Taxi!
I don't think I'm the best person to, like a giant.
Are you
rat
still
with
fully
taxi,
disguised,
taxi.
or...?
Yeah, you're still dressed as a security officer, unless you've taken off this costume at some point.
Well, for now, I think it's a good idea to keep it. It could be useful.
So yeah, pulling up, taxi pulls up and you can't see through the window. He winds it down. It's just a great mate. Where you headed?
Oh, we're ready to the Cravat Bar, mate.
Cravats. Yeah, I can take you there, mate. No problem. How many are travelling?
Just the four of us. Is that a problem?
That shouldn't be too much problem. I think I've got enough seats. Might have to push a few bits out of the way.
I like slam a plasma projector up against the window, almost like I'm trying to fit it through the window to show him. And I'm like, space for luggage.
Oh, I'll pop the boot at the back, mate. It's not a problem.
Oh, lovely.
How much capital are we talking for that journey, mate?
Well, it's ordinarily it's 5 credits per person per mile. So
Maybe I can act like a guard, you know, maybe they do discount for guards.
Oh god, out of character. I think that's a bad move. Of course, my character has no idea what he's walking into, so.
No, I'm not doing anything to.
I'm
okay with that.
I'm gonna go and sit. I'm gonna take off my hat. I'm gonna go and sit at the front.
Yeah, I throw Mad Dog into the back and slam the boot unless anyone's putting some gear in, and slide in also alongside Vita. Not into the boot, that would be a bit strange.
So you two are both side and front. I'll just sit wherever.
Oh, did you say the front? I don't know how this seating works.
maybe Vita sat on your lap. there's 4 perfectly good seats, but everybody sits on the one seat, just piled on top of each other.
Yeah, so I squeeze in wherever my hulking frame allows. I assume I'm like, you know, developing a crick in the neck as I try to fit my head below the low ceiling.
But yeah, you pile in and whatnot, and he's just like, right then, bear with me, just have to check a couple of compad details here, find the fastest route.
So I would like to intimidate him into taking genuinely the fastest route, as opposed to the longest one he's presently searching for.
Okay.
So I grab his shoulder and I squeeze quite firmly, and I'm like, "You'll get us there quickly, my friend."
So yeah, of course, mate. Accent's not from round here, is it? You're an off-worlder?
Exactly it, yes.
Oh, definitely the fastest route, mate. Definitely.
Okay. Do I need to roll?
Yeah.
Any?
I definitely roll.
Oh wait, I should use the macro. Okay, what is my persuasion? Terrible, I imagine.
Well, maybe you can intimidate him, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was trying.
Is intimidation still persuasion?
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I don't think
terrible.
it is. It's just like you just say, yeah, definitely the fastest route. It's not a problem. And he's like, so were you are any of you from around here then? Can't
Well,
speak up, bloody hell, what's wrong with you?
No, sorry, mate. I was looking at the old compad. Sorry, what was that?
You from around here, mate?
We're not from around here, from a different district. You know what I mean? A different. Come here, it's here on business. You know what I mean?
Well, you're dressed, mate. You look like you're from the bloody upper district.
Well, what gave it away? I wonder.
Tend not to get too many flouncers around here.
Don't worry, mate. This is all for show. I can guarantee you. You've got to impress those toffs every now and again. You know. What yourself, mate? Where do you call home?
Yeah, Irontown, mate. Born and bred.
Ah, so you know, you'll know this place like the back of your hand.
Oh, you know it better than the back of my hand.
That's a man I like. A man who knows his stuff. Ah, Have you always been a cabbie, or has this been this is something more recent?
Oh, my pappy was a cabbie. His pappy was a cabbie. It's family-owned business, so I always wanted to be an actor, but you know.
What changed your mind? Was it the old pappy who dissuaded you, or was it more?
Yeah, he says it was for gays.
Well, it depends what kind of jobs you get into in that sort of industry. I perfectly understand that most people think it's for gays and whatnot.
Why don't we just do a U-turn? That's why I'm asking.
Didn't look effective. With a 6, there's no chance. We're going to be all over the place.
He's like, this is as far as I can take you, afraid chaps, because of the road works. But you can get out of the cab here and just take a right, then another right again. You'll spot cravats. You can't miss it. It's the biggest house at the end of the road, tree-lined road, mind you.
Tree-lined road. Right. Okay. So how much do I owe you, Squire?
Call it 5 credit per person, mate.
Alright, I'll chip in and subtract that.
Who pays? Who doesn't pay? Who hasn't got the funds to pay the 5 credits? Somebody cover you if that's the case, and you
Wait a
don't
second,
have
my
the
cat
credits.
needs to go.
What needs to go?
The cat.
The cat needs to go. Going to be there. with one of
And
the
I'm back.
things scraping it into a cage.
Who needs covering?
Is it something like we have to raise my hand to avoid paying the bill? No, something like, I'm out.
You're wanting to just bail out of the taxi and run.
Can we just run away and pretend that we paid?
I'm gonna hand the gentleman 20 credits with an extra, so that'll cover myself, Varax, and Samuel, and an extra 5 credits for a tip.
Okay.
Okay, much obliged, Squire. You have yourselves a real pleasant evening, like, yeah?
Yeah, it's been a right nice chin wag talking to a fellow like yourself. You have a good day.
I step out, pop the trunk, and grab my plasma projector. Not gonna leave without that.
Glad you remembered.
That would have been funny.
Oh god.
Gets the cravats and it's just like...
It's like, now,
Ah.
I've got my wallet, but I've got no weaponry.
It will be amazing. Something like you have to chase the taxi to get back to the weapon. Stop!
No. Right. I'm gonna wait until the taxi. I'm gonna wait until the taxi driver leaves. Then I'm gonna chat to the lads.
Yeah, the taxi driver winds his window up, pips his horn a couple of times, just like a beep, beep, and then just drives.
I'm strolling,
back away.
down this tree-lined street.
Right. I'm gonna have Excuse me, lads. Been a bit of a team meeting here. Huddle up.
Okay, I turn around.
Right. This bloke that we're meeting, he said to come alone. So I think that one of us should pretend to be the guy who's meeting. One of us should actually be the guy who's meeting him, and the rest of us go in separately.
It's a girl meeting him. It's meant to be Anna.
Girl.
But she did write you a note.
Yeah, the one thing it does say is come alone. So I think to avoid this guy getting really paranoid, because after all, he is smuggling stuff into this. So I think to avoid him crapping his pants, I think one of us should do the speaking and the rest of us pretend to just be bar patrons.
I'm gonna say this again. You guys do have a note that Anna gave you to give to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can. I mean, we can still do that, but we
It's
just
a
need
plan.
to give her this
You
note.
can do it
them
however
this
you
note.
like. But just in case you've forgotten, there is that note she gave you.
Right, I'm only going off original notes because he's a bit of a. I imagine this guy being a bit on edge. So,
That's true. He
well,
You're on
tell
edge.
you what. I'll give him the note. One of us meets him originally, give him the note. If he seems alright, I'll then say that there's 3 of us. There's 4 of us.
Sure.
If I'll make a judgment call. If unless of course someone else wants to meet him and do the talking.
I think I might be a bit too intimidating.
I'm easy.
I'll let you, Samuel.
Whatever.
You do the talking.
I'm fine. You can do it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Right. Okay. Well, we may as well stroll to this establishment.
Yes, you just have to head there, if you guys can remember the directions the cabbie gave you. Easily enough. Genius. So yeah, heading side. It's
I'm going to purposely wait until the other 3 have gone in first by themselves.
okay. Well,
So I'm just going to tell those guys to kind of be a group together.
Is there any
don't
security
acknowledge
on the door?
no security on the door. This is a fine establishment, bar and grill. Not
Alright.
too rowdy.
Okay, I kind of kick it open.
Just boot it.
Stroll inside.
Good idea. I vote for this idea.
I mean, it's just like a push with the foot, but it's not too quiet. Is there a
Okay.
bell on the door? I just walk in and look around, assess the surroundings. How busy is it? What kind of layout are we dealing with, etc.
So yeah, heading in, it's quite run down. There's like a lot of dark oaks and stuff. I like a traditional English pub. Lots of dark oaks and dark oak bar and cheap red carpet. Typical club carpet. There's a nice smell of steak in the air, and there's also the mixing with the beautiful smell of some good old-fashioned hop beer, and it's pretty quiet given the time of evening. It's not too rowdy or anything like that. There's a few people inside there, but it's not too rowdy. Just like people have been relatively polite and whatnot, eating their steaks and drinking their mead and keeping themselves to themselves, and there's people propped up against the bar drinking and chatting to one another.
Is there like, what is it called? The person who seats you and everything, or is it
Oh, the waiter.
not the waiter, but I don't know what it is. There's like a front of house person who just basically greets everyone and shit.
There's none of that. It's quite run down, but there's a gentleman stood behind the bar wearing a white shirt, a couple of I can't remember what they're called, like arm suspender things, like the bracelet bits that go around the bicep, just sort of.
Oh, the sleeve protectors.
Yeah, bingo. He's wearing a couple of those and a little trilby, and he's just sort of doing his business, serving people and chatting away.
Okay, I just stroll up to the bar and do I see a free seat?
Yeah, there's a couple of free seats. Two next to each other.
Sure. I just pull up a stool and I look around for like a specials list or something.
Yeah.
I
sorry.
just go and lean against the bar. I don't sit down.
Lean against the bar.
Yeah.
Good classic image there, man. Leaning
Trying to
against
act
the bar. Do you pull it off? Do you look cool? Like,
Probably not.
Can I jump into Yuzuragi's
Just like
lap
really
and
awkward
just
leaning.
hug his
Yeah.
neck?
what was that? Sorry, Niccolo.
I said, can you just jump into Yuzuragi's lap and just hug his neck or something like, oh dear, we are together.
What? I hope you understand that you're being tackled to the ground right now. I grab you by the throat and I slam you to the ground. I assume it's an opposed strength check.
Yeah, this is a roll.
Yeah.
Can I do it dexterously? Can I do it with constitution, please? Can I? Can I use Tai Chi to shift his own weight against him?
Yeah, you could you could have it modified by dexterity, its reaction speeds and so on. So, yeah, I think strength modified by your dexterity, hand-eye coordination. I imagine that you're not wanting to like smash his face into a table or something. So I imagine it requires some dexterity to make sure that he's still okay.
Wow, I hope you
guys,
fail
I
this
have
and
to idle
something
for
mental
dinner.
happens.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I just slammed you into the. Well, I was trying to wrestle
I know,
you.
I know, but
Do your roll
when you get back,
before you
might
go.
die.
Yeah,
So-
do opposed checks.
okay. Well, you didn't roll it yet.
Well, the order doesn't really matter, I suppose. No, definitely not kill.
That's subconscious leaking out right there. He jumps and hangs onto my neck. Hashtag
I just kill.
How many dice? 2d6?
Use the skill macro. We have
Yeah,
macros.
oh, he has to turn them on. I did forget to mention that. Gentlemen, hold your horses. If you go to my settings, there's a list of macros that you can put into the bottom bar, and you'll be able to just click on them instead of having to type /roll and whatnot. There'll be a list and stuff. You can turn them on and they'll appear underneath the webcams.
Is this
Oh.
is this by any chance an athletics check?
I'm not sure how it works because I suck in these kind of things, but...
Presumably.
Pretty sure you're going to
Yeah.
be sat in his
Oh, wait!
Yeah, it probably would be
I
because
rolled a
it's for
9
running.
against a 7,
It's
so
for running, jumping, climbing, swimming, and other feats of athletics or acrobatics. So he runs and jumps on you, and whatnot. So
Okay. So that's actually. Do I have a point? No, it's the same roll, I believe.
Well, guys, I'm sorry, but I really have to scoot off. I'm
Okay.
coming back later. Also, I just jumped out of Yuzuragi's lap with just a little manifestation of affection, so just a little hug. Now I'm fine. I don't want to exaggerate because I see that Yuzuragi is already charging his plasma projectile, so I don't want to take a risk. You know.
which means
Okay.
okay. So
He might not have even made it into his lap yet, so...
yeah,
I'm pretty sure he did. Pretty sure
Are
it
you
was
gonna-
all over.
are you going to do an opposed roll for that?
I did. Do you
Did
see
you?
it? Yeah, he,
Oh, you did. Yes, yes,
9
you did.
versus 7.
For some reason it didn't. My thing didn't auto update and go down. So yeah, he lands on your lap, but you just push him off like after he lands on your lap, regardless.
Wait, even though he won.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, but he just jumped out.
And he goes and sulks in a corner, quiet corner. Sort of just disappears into the crowd. You can sort of still see him, but his little nose twitching from underneath his. Oh, you can't actually see that. He's wearing a mask still.
He's
Well,
still
yeah,
in
he just-
uniform.
Yeah,
Well,
that
just-
looks so random.
And that's
Just a
definitely going to
security
cause some
A
issues.
security officer's just running and jumping onto a civilian's lap
Yeah,
and putting his arms around him.
there's going to be
Bit random.
repercussions. So yeah, I sit at the bar and I'm looking, for a menu
For the
slash
specials menu.
whatever.
There's a blackboard, behind the counter that's got not a great list, but has a relatively basic list that just says today's specials: steak and fries, steak and vegetables, steak and salad. That's it.
What, no spam, bean and spam?
So yeah, I get some bacon fries and a steak and vegetables and a glass of their finest whatever will kill my brain cells rapidly.
Okay, so you
Arsenic.
hail for the barman.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just slam a fist on the bar and look imposing.
Break the bar in half.
No, I'm actually really weak. I'm just big. I could probably walk through the bar, but trying to actually use an arm to damage it, it's not possible.
Okay, so yeah, the bloke behind the bar sort of slowly, he's not sees you sort of put your fist down, and he can sort of see that you're wanting some attention, that you're needing service, but he's serving people in the row as he's sort of getting down to you and
All right.
whatnot. And he reaches you and he's just like, oh, alright mate, what can I get you?
I'll get a portion of your, was it bacon fries, was it? Glancing back at the board, and 2 steaks and veg.
2 steaks, how do you like them cooked, mate?
Rare.
Rare? Rare it is. And, anything else?
Yeah, a glass of something to wash it down.
Well, we've got mead.
That sounds perfect.
That's it. That's good. That's good, my mate. Right. Yeah, I'll get that sorted. You want to go and sit at table number 7? Yeah, 7's free. Yeah, go and take yourself a seat at table 7, mate. I'll have someone bring it over.
Cheers. Yeah, I do that.
Peter and Samuel, what do you
I just stay leaned against the bar, just looking
just
around.
stay in there?
Yeah.
Not
Right.
going to place an order or anything
No.
against the bar.
I've already eaten like 10 hours ago. It's fine.
Right, well, Victor's finally going to enter the bar, takes his hat off to show a bit of sophistication, and I'm going to do a first glance around the bar. Is there anyone who's sitting by himself?
Yeah, there's quite a few people sat by themselves. Irontown is a pretty man's man part of town, so there's a lot of people, I imagine, after work coming in for a quiet one to escape the ball and chains that await them at home.
Cool. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna stroll to the bar, and I'm gonna sit and call down the bartender, politely but with a bit of authority, not rude, but say like, I'd like to be served whenever you're ready, my good man.
Yeah,
I'll place my hat on the table on the bar.
I'm gonna do that thing where you try not to look at somebody but end up looking at them. Like,
Oh god, what a scene.
the gentleman behind the bar, he spots your fine duds and your hat, and instantaneously makes his way over to you. He ignores a couple of people that were calling for him. He just jumps the line, makes his way down to me. He's like, yeah, right there, fella. What can I get you?
Well, I think I'll have a glass of your finest mead, my good man. I'm in the mood for a good drink.
Not a problem. Got some good meads here. It's good bar cravats for some decent fine food and some good beer. So yeah, I'll get you one of those. You drinking it at the bar?
Just for now, I'm going to have a bit of a peruse of your menu, and I might decide to have something to chow down on later on.
Not a problem, mate. Not a problem. I'll need anything, just give us a shout. I'll try and help you out.
Excellent. Does he give me a drink there and then, as he go and get something and comes back?
Turns sort of to his left, so he's sort of facing your right hand side.
Yeah.
And he shouts over to another gentleman that's quite a bit smaller than him and a bit younger, and he's just like, "Hey, Tom, bloke here wants mead, finest mead, mate." And he turns to you and he's just like, "I'll be 2 credits, mate."
I'll give him 2, but I'll also give him 3, and I'll say, know anyone happen to know anyone by the name of Grime in this estabulary?
As,
Mate?
Grimes round here, mate. It's a common Irontown surname.
Oh, particularly Maxwell. Max.
Yeah, I know Maxie. He comes in from time to time. Think he's in here somewhere tonight. Why? What is it you're after him for, Squire?
Oh, it's just totally it's just complete legit business. Just that I'm just an old colleague I'm just an old colleague of his, and I'm looking. An old colleague of his is looking for him, and that'll be my good self. Business proposition. You know what I mean?
Right, roll me a persuasion. You're dressed like a fine gentleman in Irontown, asking for an Irontown born and bred. He may need some persuasion. Yeah, sort of raises one eyebrow at you, and he's just like, yeah. He's somewhere in here. You know, if you know him so well, I'm sure you'll spot him. He's a distinctive fella.
Did you actually roll?
I'm the skill roll's not working. I've clicked
And
it.
mine just bugged out, because mine just came up with a new 7, but said it was you that actually rolled it, Ivan,
Yeah.
not him.
Right, I'll
I
take
just saw a 7 reappear. Definitely, Can you do me a favour, Kirk? Can you
Oh
check
crap!
the-
That's a rubbish roll.
Yep, what he said still stands.
Check
Right.
what?
Alright.
Can you just check the skill thing? Have you turned it on, the button for it? Just see if it's working for you. Not then we'll have to type them for this session, but I'm just sure.
It's working fine for me.
Oh, it might just be. Yeah, it's just Mac. It's just Max again, Tom. Sorry.
Wow.
Right.
That is the best roll ever. I think. I think
job you
this
didn't
macro
use it.
thing's bugged. Yeah.
Right. Alright. So taking that, I get another 5 credits out, and I go. I go. Listen, mate. Listen, mate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna level with you, mate. I've been paid by a colleague of Max's, and unfortunately, I'm at a disadvantage. I don't know what he looks like. So, would that loosen your lips a bit more, my good man?
Okay. Well, who sent you, mate? Hey? Looking at you insinuatingly.
Well, it's be a lass by the name of Anna Fang.
Miss, I've seen Miss Fang down here chatting to the Grime brothers a few times. Yeah, he's I'll try and find out what table he's sat at, Squire. You might take me a while. You know, it's Friday evening after all.
Not a problem. I'll be right here. I'll have a sip of this fine mead of yours. Ain't going nowhere.
Right, like I said, mate. If if you find something that you'd quite like to shove down your gullet, just give us a shout. We'll get that sorted for you.
Splendid.
And is Samuel still just sort of doing this, sort of trying to look at things,
I'm
but not?
just, having a look around. I'm still at the bar, but I was listening to their conversation, pretending not to.
Earwigging in.
Probably not very well, but yeah, just looking around, see if I can see anyone.
You're not being
It's,
prompted to make stealth checks, so consider
this
yourself
guy's-
lucky.
It's if he's just sort of looking around, I feel that there's no real threat there.
I don't think anyone's
Right.
trying to spot this thing
No one's trying
happening.
to spy in. There's people half cut, so there's all sorts of mannerisms going on in this establishment. You know, people playing cards when they shouldn't be gambling and all sorts. It's pretty loose.
Well, unless you guys have anything else you'd like to particularly do, I reckon we should just wait and see what happens next.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the food to arrive. That's all good.
So after about 6 minutes, young lad from behind the bar comes out and around to table number 7, and he's just like, "Hey, yeah, here you go, mate. Yeah, was it bacon fries, rare steak, and veg? Yeah.
2 steaks.
2 steak. They've only done one. It is a big one, but I can have them cook you up another one if you'd like, mate. I'm really sorry about that.
I look at the steak. How is the steak?
One moment. It's pretty meager.
Yeah,
It's big in comparison to the small bloke who's passing at you.
I'm like, fire another one, and then I just begin consuming the steak.
Yeah, puts your meat down. Like, it doesn't slam it, you know what I mean? Sort of like it clanks against the wooden table, and it's just like I'm really sorry about that. I'll go and let the chef know he's fucked up again, and get you another steak out. Do you want it rare, the same as that one?
Yeah, that'll be my usual.
Right, shouldn't take too long. Cutting into the steak, you notice it's not so much rare as medium rare. It's slightly overcooked.
Alright, it's good enough.
And Sir and Samuel, what are you still leaning against the bar? Let's go to you first. Are you gonna make your way over to Yas? Are you sort of like just pretending like you're nowhere associated?
No, I
with
don't
the
really
others?
want to sit with him whilst he's eating. I don't particularly want to see that, you know, so I'm just hanging out, looking around, seeing if there's anybody. Everyone seems pretty boring. So,
People playing cards for money.
Yeah.
Everyone's boring. There's some illegal gambling going on. You know, there's half-cut workmen, blacksmiths and the like, but it's boring, fuck it.
not particularly interesting.
Doesn't interest Samuel.
Really.
And Vita, do you stick around that bar?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around the bar. Once I've run out of this mead, I'm gonna order another one. Just chilling out, waiting for this bartender to eventually point me in the right direction of Max. Before I'm gonna stay there for a while until I get a bit impatient. But at the moment, my patience haven't run out yet.
And you sort of guzzling this beer, or you just sort of finally drinking it like a gent, or how do you drink it?
I'm gonna drink it like a man who's appreciating the good mead. You know, I'm not gonna drink it like a ponce. I'm gonna like sort of like, that's good. You know, I'm gonna
After every mouthful, yep, that's good. That's a good mead.
I'm gonna say, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Well, you know, I'm not gonna sip it like it's like a ponce. I'm gonna drink it like a man, but I'm not gonna waste it. Like, yo, clang! Give me the one.
Okie dokie. So yeah, the 4 minutes pass, then 5 minutes pass. 7 minutes, and the gent comes from back behind the counter with a steak on a plate. Same little youngish gent over to table number 7. He's just like, oh, sorry about the delay. Your steaks here, mate. Was the other one okay for you?
Yeah, I'm like a bit overdone, and then hold a hand out like, give me the steak.
Yeah, he sort of hands you the steak. He's just like, I'm really sorry about that, mate. New chef, and to be honest, I don't think he's very good. I'll tell you what though, if you let Johnny know behind the bar, he'll give you a discount for the meal, seeing as we've messed it up so badly for you. Or you can just have a free drink. It's up to you. But I'll let Johnny know anyway. He's the gent you'd have to go to pay. So.
Alright, appreciate it.
Makes his way back behind the bar. Johnny approaches you, Vita. Excuse me, mate. I didn't quite catch your name.
The name's Barnes. Reginald T. Barnes. I just said it, sir.
Reginald T. Barnes. Right, Reggie. Maxwell's round back, he's got a bit of a private table, shall we say, here. He's pretty well respected. I can take you back there if you like, if that's what you'd want.
Oh, if you don't mind, that'll be just great, mate.
Do you ask to go immediately? Or...
Sir, I'd like to go whenever you're ready, sir. Whenever you're ready, mate. That'll be just great. In fact, while I'm here, I may as well have another round of your good mead.
He obliges you, and he's just like, yeah, I've just got to go and speak to young Tommy, and then I'll take you back there, mate. It's not a problem. Fills up on tap and passes you me mead, and then walks off to talk to young Tommy, and then heads back over to you quite promptly. And he's just like, right, Squire, follow me. Don't forget your hat there on the table. You don't want to believe in goods around here.
Oh, don't worry, it's a good look at that. Right. So I get the hat and with my glass of mead, and I follow him.
As Vita departs from the bar following this, Johnny, was it? I have no idea.
Yeah, Johnny.
Do I see that going on? I'm like monitoring the situation, of course, but I'm also real hungry, so I did have to get some steak.
I would roll a perception in that
Yeah,
case.
you could roll me a perception, see if you
Okay.
notice it.
Sure.
Or whether you've just got face on steak action still going on.
Yeah.
You might just be like, have like steak juices dripping down your face and in your eyes. I don't know quite where you'd have it in your eyes.
I'm just pouring alcohol in my eyes. So, okay, is my perception actually any good? Well, it's a 0, so not too bad, but I do have a 1 in wisdom. No penalty. 8.
Yeah,
Nice.
you see him sort of weaving in and out of the crowd and whatnot, making their way
Second
towards
question.
a curtain.
How close to finishing this steak am I?
How hungry were you?
Unimaginably hungry, like eating people's faces off
Athletics
hungry.
check to see how fast you eat it.
Okay.
See whether I want to see whether you eat it.
Your man versus food level.
Yeah.
Nom, 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 nom.
So, what attribute do I use?
Con? Yeah, con, because it's stamina.
Yeah.
ability. It's I'm gonna say.
4.
Con.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you've eaten your steak. That was the main part, but your bacon grills and your veg, you've not finished those yet.
Alright, I grab a handful of the bacon fries and just shove them in my mouth. And like with this full mouth with like fries sticking out everywhere, I just stand up, sling my plasma projector on my shoulder, and work my way, keeping distance between us, but I want to keep Vita in line of sight until if he exits somewhere, you know, I want to see where he's gone.
Okay. And Samuel?
I must have seen them leave, so I would just
Yeah, you were watching.
follow.
You just sort of follow
Yeah,
behind them as well.
still trying to act inconspicuous, but honestly, doing however good a job at that I am.
I'm just like wiping chip grease all over my overalls, like as I walk across the room.
Right, so you have Johnny leads you behind a curtain. Vita he pulls this curtain open, and you know it's quite dimly lit behind it. 'Cause it's quite the bar front has quite harsh strip lighting. It's not really bright in there, but you've passed quite a few bits, and your eyes keep on having to adjust, and it's quite a dark room that he's leading you into. So yeah, he leads you into this thing and closes the curtain behind it, and it's like a darkish sort of relatively large, like wide hallway with another door, almost like an alcove, and sort of at the end of it, there's a door, big oak one at the thing, and he sort of goes over to and he sort of knocks on it like this, and a little slot comes across, a little eye peephole for eyes comes across. Voice sounds just like and relatively random mutter. I don't know whether you sort of are listening intently to hear it or whether you're just sort of following it, but I think at this point, after a couple of meads, you probably don't. And Johnny's just like, oh, there's a gentleman here to see Maxie. And the voice is like, right. And a door opens up, and Johnny walks inside.
Right, so am I still outside, or have I got in the room as well?
That's your choice to whether you go into that room or not.
Right, well, I'm gonna. If I start making my way towards it, do I meet any resistance?
No, Johnny. You were stood with Johnny. He speaks to the bloke and says, "There's a bloke here to see Maxwell."
Nice.
And the door gets opened up. He walks in first.
Right, well,
Door's still held open.
I'm gonna follow suit.
Do I need to make another perception check to see him disappear behind the curtain / enter the door?
You'd see him go behind the curtain. Whether you lift that curtain and peep through or whatnot, another matter. I don't know whether you'd see him disappear behind the curtain, but whether you follow suit and still proceed to follow once he's past that curtain.
I sit as close as I can to that curtain, if there is seating nearby.
Yeah, there's seats like all over the place. It's like it's a U-shaped bar in this bar and grill, and then this curtain's like to the back right-hand side. Kitchen's to the left, and there's like this curtain's to the back right-hand side, and there's a couple of tables and a couple of stools that are for the bar, but the stools are taken. But there is a couple of seats at some empty tables there.
Okay, yeah, I just sit down and I want to listen, basically, for any commotion on the other side of the curtain.
Okay.
I'll stand near the curtain, maybe lean against it. Hopefully there's a wall behind it.
You just randomly fall backwards through a curtain.
No, you said there was a door, so there must be a wall somewhere.
But there's definitely space. You'd have to walk under the curtain and
Yeah,
find a
is it
spot.
behind the curtain? I see.
If you lean against the curtain, you just fall through the curtain.
That would be a great scene, like your feet coming up in the air and stuff.
Just brush it off, like.
just like it's not a wall. It's curtain, not a wall. No.
Oh, definitely only fools and horses seen there.
It is just like that bit where he's like turns round to Trigger and he's like, "Play it cool, Trig, play it cool," and then leans against the bar that's not there.
I'll just lean somewhere where there is somewhere to be. After I get up.
After you get out, you
fell
sort of
down.
brush yourself off, and I guess it'd be leaning against the bar as you were round the other side before. So yeah, going into this room, Tom, the door, gets slammed behind you, and there's a few games tables behind there, a couple of poker tables, and then there's a pool table, like a billiards table. There's a gentleman playing billiards on there on his own, just sort of having a drink and stuff like that. But the light's coming down from the top, so you can only see like the rim of his bowler hat. And Johnny's just like, "Hey, Max is over there. I'm gonna go wait outside. I don't stay privy to any of these dealings. It's better for business if I don't know what's going on in here.
Oh,
Um,
I perfectly understand, mate, and thank you so much for your help. You're a good lad.
Once you're done, just knock on the door and, we'll let you out.
Perfect. All right, mate. Cheers for your help, mate.
Leaves the room and it sort of bangs shut behind him.
When
Right.
he leaves the curtained area, I want to look in if I have an opportunity from the angle at which I am sitting.
Johnny's a relatively fat bloke. I imagine that it causes some ructions with those curtains.
All
I
right.
imagine you probably get a bit of a pee-pee.
Do I need to make a perception check to
I'd definitely roll yourself one of those.
fully determine the extent of the perceiving which I do? Is it a 2? How do I forget in like 4 seconds? Something drastically wrong with me. And wisdom, because I am a legend. Oh boy. It's a rough one today.
It is, yeah. Yeah, you see the door. It's quite ornately carved and whatnot, and there's light coming through. It's obviously not being closed. The little peep bit. There's just it's a grill, and there's light coming through that, but all the rest is quite dark and
Oh.
dusty.
So I'm aware there's a fairly sturdy door which has a peephole thing. That's good enough. Yeah. Not gonna start shooting yet.
Right, I'm gonna swan over to Maxie. With my glass in hand and my hat in the other hand, and I'm gonna go Maxwell Grimes.
Yeah, let me just find out. There we go. Right, I'm just gonna show this to all players.
Please do.
For me to do that when one's been hidden. They sort of doffs his hat back, and he's just like, "Aren't you a strapping young lad?"
Oh, so kind of you to say so, mate.
And what can I be doing for you then, eh?
Well, I'm here. The name's Albert Spengler, and I'm here on behalf of Anna Fang. You've got some business apparently.
Well, that may be, lad. But my business is with Anna.
Ah, I knew that. I knew that you'd have that problem, mate. So I reached I very very calmly reached and produced the letter and handed it to him.
Takes the letter and he sort of starts scanning it with his eyes. He's just like,
Just pulls out a scanner and starts scanning it.
Surprise! I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, am I dead?
No, you don't worry.
He looks down, then he looks back up at you, and he's just like, "Oh, it's this says you'd be coming with a couple of other young laddies."
Is it?
Yes, indeed. But originally on your note from your brother, it said for Anne to come alone. So me and my mates didn't want to impose too much in case rules are rules. So my mates are nearby, but we thought in terms of respect for your fine self, we thought that I'd be your representative. Of course, I could. If you want, you can come and collect you can invite my colleagues to come with you. Yazaragi. He's a big fella. You can't miss him. He's got a bit of a scar on his cheek.
Small one.
Yeah, sort of holds his pipe and sort of takes a match to it and starts lighting it up, and he's just like, "Oh, well, more the better at this point, boy. You say they're here now?"
Yes, they're just they're just in the bar.
Well, go fetch them then, lad. There's no point in standing about. Got to get to know these gentlemen.
Right, I'm just gonna. All right, so I'm going to head to the door and knock on it.
Moments passed. Fat Johnny walks.
Yes.
Walks quite briskly, stomping his feet, and passes through the curtain, passes Yasu and Samuel, and opens the door. And he's just like, "You all done, mate?"
Not exactly, mate, but Maxie has requested that my colleagues be brought into this here room. There's a fellow by the name of Yazuragi, and there's a guy called Samuel. Yazuragi, can't miss him. He's a tall bloke with a scar down his face, and if you ask him for where Samuel is, he'll point you out. He'll point him out to you. Will you bring them here?
Yeah,
You don't mind?
I can sort that for you, mate. That's not a problem.
Oh.
And he,
Perfect. So I'll turn back to Max and go. They'll be here a moment. They'll be here in a minute.
ah, brilliant.
And Fat Johnny comes bursting out of the curtain, and he's not particularly what you'd call inconspicuous or quiet, and he remembers the description. He's like, "Alright, that must be Yasuragi," and he sort of turns and he's just like, "Hey, you mate," and points at Yasuragi.
Yeah, I look over.
Like, apparently, you got a mate in back there. Just to go back there. And he's like, also, there's a lady or a man, I don't know, Samuel, Sammy, Samantha.
Yeah, I just point at the guy leaning against the wall. And I give you a wave like, no. It's all good. It's all good. Come on.
Do you correct him? Like when he's like asking, you just point and
I just point, you know. He's right, he's literally, I imagine he's just 10 feet away or something.
I think he spins round. He spins. The fat follows after. And he's just like, Sammy, Samuel, with this guy. Who's with Yasuragi?
Yeah, I'll go.
I was about to go into a facepalm.
Do you
I
fight
thought
him?
about it, and then I'm like, yeah, that's me.
You say that's me, and he's just, "Oh, you mate's out the back there. He's called for you. Just go behind curtain. There's a bloody great big door."
Just me.
I would like to request something of Fat Johnny.
Of course.
Still don't know his name, I
Fat Johnny
believe,
obliges.
but I'm like,
Well, no, because the little guy told you his name was Johnny. He said to pay with Johnny.
oh yeah, and yeah, of course, the
Yeah.
guy behind the bar. So I'm like, Johnny, could you have some refreshments sent over for me? I'm still feeling a bit famished.
Just like, what would you like to drink, mate?
The same as last.
That's good, that's the only thing we sell.
That's it. Oh,
walks off behind the bar. I guess starts prepping you gents some drinks, and both make your way behind the curtain.
yeah, I step in, of course.
What? You just.
You make step through the door, and yeah, so yeah, they've entered the room in which you're in, Vita.
I nod to them.
Yeah, I put my weapon down as a sign of civility.
And I prompt them over to Maxwell.
Anyway,
It's like, right, these are my chums, Yazuragi, and this is Samuel. Samuel,
I give him a
this is-
grimace when my name is called.
This is may I introduce you to Maxwell Grime.
Mac sort of walks over towards you all, and he sort of he looks at Samuel, and he's like, pleased to meet you, boy.
and then looks looks to where Yasu is and is just staring at his belly button. Sort of lifts hat back and looks up, and he's just like, "Oh bloody Kippers, you're a big lad, aren't you?"
Yeah, I don't respond.
I
just-
stare, that cold, dead-eye stare straight forward.
I'm just, in response, I simply am big. That's
Like, you guys will do, definitely, yeah.
all right. Now he's got my attention. There's a slight flicker and like my eyelid twitches.
Turns back to Vita and he's just like, so, Anna sent you here, right?
That's correct.
And she told you the ins and outs of this deal?
Oh yeah, we had to collect some fabrics, some fine quality fabrics that you've found in this district.
Are there any cigars on the table?
I imagine there's some loose tobacco and pipes and whatnot. Maybe some cigars knocking about.
I sort of reach for it and raise my eyebrows to Maxwell.
By all means, boy.
Oh,
Help
very good.
yourself.
Cool. I start smoking.
Yeah, so we've been told that there's going to be an exchange of cloth for old Anna. Some off-world fabric, if you know what I mean.
There is some off-world fabric, yeah. Thing is, my associate Carlos was, he was supposed to help me retrieve the material. Unfortunately, dead. So we still need to actually go and retrieve the material. Of course, I can't do it on my own. I don't know anybody I can trust. And this is obviously Miss Fang's neck on the line. Not so much my problem. But if you gents are up for it, we can head on out of this piss-poor district and go and acquire it.
You know what, Max? You're speaking my language. Straight to the point of the deal. Tell you what, we'll go do that. I'll be just splendid.
I start skinning up a couple for the road at the mention of that.
He looks at all of you, sort of scans his eyes across. He's like,
Of course, I can't pay you, obviously, for the trouble, but I assume Miss Fang's fitting the bill for you gents anyway.
Well, how about this then? Because of the problems that we're having with your mate dying to deliver this stuff, we're supposed to give you 300 credits, right? How about we call it 250 credits, and the 50 creds will be compensation for the inconvenience. How's that sound, Maxie? Mind if I call you Maxie?
You can call me whatever you like, Squire.
That's-
It's not a problem.
That's a business
yeah,
check,
well,
I
yeah.
believe.
I was just about to say, but roll me a business.
I'll just pull out those 2d6 and
I'm gonna roll it. Don't worry. It's just that I was doing the role playing bit first.
I was
Yeah,
just
the,
prompting. Sorry.
clears.
Caring. Like, oh, with your mate dying, it's his brother. Like,
He didn't say it was his
Well-
brother.
Yeah,
What?
we got a bit
It
confused
was his
there,
brother.
but
why does it say, Maxwell, I'm sorry about your brother
Well,
on the letter?
there are various different things for brother. They both have the same surname, but that's a very
Son of a
common surname
bitch.
within
Wow.
the
Ouch.
Rim district.
It's gonna cost us more.
It's just like, well, I'm clears
Okay,
his throat
this
and
is
he's
bad.
just like, Boulder Dash, dear boy, that money's mine.
Well, all right then. You can't blame a guy for haggling.
I chuckle through a cough.
Right, but of course we'll be going via ship. Well, it'll be my ship, so I won't charge you for getting on that.
Well, I suppose that's what that more than makes up for the inconvenience, Maxie. All right then. You drive a hard bargain. You have an absolute knack for persuasion.
you gents probably want to make sure you're well equipped for this. Going out into the wastelands isn't particularly something for all.
Yeah, I'm nodding. I already knew.
Your character was just like, I knew it.
I don't say
Yeah.
anything, but I was thinking before, like, if we're doing this, I am gearing up before we make any substantial tactical maneuvers.
And so you're going to quest to go and get some gear.
Not immediately, but when we set out, you know, I'll look around, and if I don't see what I need, I'll head back to the shops around Anafang's.
So you all agree with him?
I don't really care. I've got no money anyway. I'm going as is.
Right, I suppose we ain't got a choice. It's part of the business. Businesses change.
He looks. He's just like, and is this the lot of you then?
Oh no, we've got there's an old chum of ours which isn't here just yet, but we can go get him if we need an extra pair of hands.
Well, the more help, the better. You know, this is a salvage operation at the end of the day. You know, the material is out there. We know it's out there, but we do have to retrieve it.
Right, so where are we meeting you then? When we come to do this little expedition.
Well, I take it you gentlemen are aware this is off the record, you know, not in the book, so to speak. You know, it's
But of course, sir.
so there's a little known entrance into District 5. We'll be heading there and boarding my vessel to get the hell out of here. It's in the Underhub district, and I'll take you there. Once you've got yourself sorted, just come on in here.
And as he says that, Fat Johnny comes through the door with beads and whatnot that Yasaragi had requested, and he's just like, "Oh, you want me to put these down on here, mate?" all 5. Just have a whole round, just to grab them all like this. Drink one, okay. I guess if you just take one off of there and drink it, he just puts them down on the table. And says, you know, they're all there for you, mates. One there for you as well, Maxie. Maxie's just like, oh thanks very much, Johnny. And leaves the room again. Johnny walks over and grabs mead, and he's just like, well, I'll be here, gents. He's just like, it's much obliged. Like, there's a couple of stores just outside Cravats. You know, you can't really miss them. There's a road with some roadworks going on just around the corner, and on there's a couple of places you can pick yourself up some stuff. Tankard. Got a couple of pockets on your belt. Okay. And other gentlemen? Samuel?
I'm going to offer a hand. Shake Maxwell's hand. Go, well, here's to a lucrative business endeavour.
Yeah. Shakes your hand, he's just like, it's not so much an endeavour, boy, as a little bit of an adventure. Always an adventure when we go into the wastelands.
Okay, so yeah, you So yeah, he shakes your hand and says those words, and do you walk out afterwards?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out.
Of course. And Samuel?
Yeah, I just stroll out, like not really paying that much attention.
I'm going
there
to
to ride.
I'm going to find Therax.
So you're going to find Ferax, who went into a corner to sulk because he wasn't allowed to sit on Yasuragi's knee. So
Wait, where am I?
you went to sulk in a dark corner because Ferax pushed you off his legs because he didn't want you sat on him.
You mean Yasuragi?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's something like here.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
do it,
Well,
like-
basically, I'm just going to explain to Therax what's going on.
Oh, thanks. You're
It's
really
like-
kind.
It's like, oi, ratty, over here. I'm going to tap him on the shoulder. I'm going to tap him on the
Yes?
Oi, rat.
You're the guy that I want to shoot all the time. What's going on, shoot buddy?
Right, we've got an opportunity. We're going to meet up and go and do some scavenging outside. How's that sound?
That's good. Something to shoot?
There might be. It's outside on the wasteland.
Yes,
How's that sound? You up for it?
I start looking around with my weapons over there, something like.
No, not yet. Basically, we're going to meet up, and we're going to go outside of the district, and we're going to go and collect some cargo, and perhaps shoot a few things outside, and then we're going to come back and get money. How's that sound?
That's great, but here's a snack. I throw out the dead end that I robbed from the Morgan.
Gonna go. Oh.
No, wait.
I was gonna go. Okay, that's a disturbing
All
sight.
your horses. I comes to Yasuragi and they say, "Best friends, wanna have a taste?" And I answer with that end was decomposing, something like.
Okay, people are starting to look at this point. There's a few drunk people sort of looking, sort of wondering what this object is you're holding.
It's made of chocolate.
Okay, you have to give me one moment here because this is the first one of it. Bear with me 1 second. Can you roll me a physical effect save, Niccolo?
Me?
Yeah, physical save.
You mean for Yasuragi? You mean?
No, it's something else.
On your
Oh, okay.
on your sheet, there's a thing on your bonuses and saves. There's a physical save.
I did it, but it didn't work. Wait.
And it has to be above, right? Is it that and above, or is it that or below?
Yes, it is. It's that and above. Because the higher level you are, the lower the number is.
Yeah.
Wait, I wrote the command save, and now there's a little window with input value. Target 0. What I have to insert in there. Okay, let me check.
Roll a
And
d20.
is 16. Wait a second. I have to find. Okay. Fine.
No, that's your tech
Yeah,
save,
yeah,
Niccolo.
yeah, yeah.
You need to do your physical save.
No, wait. I succeed or I don't?
Sorry, what? Your physical save, I think, is the same as Yasu's, I think.
Yeah.
Both the same class. Yeah. You have to roll,
Oh.
yeah, it needs to be. Just do a re-roll.
Sorry, I see a 16 here. Oh no, sorry. I was looking at the expert.
Oh,
now.
right.
Oh shit. Oh come on! I rolled an 8. It's...
Yeah, just re-roll because you rolled it against a 16. I want you to roll it against a 12.
Okay, but I swear I didn't do it on spot on
That's right.
purpose. I mean, I was just looking for the wrong sheet. So 12, right? Yeah. 4 is okay, right?
That's
Oh, it's a fail.
That's a fail. You have to get higher than it.
Oh, it's a. I think that I needed to be under that level.
They
no,
don't
you
need
have
to
to
be
be above it.
Oh. That's bad. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm sad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, you've just caught the stain from eating that hand. So every 30 minutes, you need to roll me a. Well, let me see. What is it? Here. So every 30 minutes, you'll gain 1 system strain as the particles begin to attack your system. If once you've reached maximum system strain, you'll start taking 1d8 damage and cannot be healed until the stain-induced strain is removed.
But wait, I told him that stain didn't really affect me.
It may not affect
No,
you.
I mean, we talked about when I created the Retractor. It was something like Retractor was affected by stain, but instead it was affecting my mind instead of my body. That's why I have a psychopathic...
This is true, but if that's the case, you're going to have to become more psychopathic. So what I'm going
Oh, that's fine.
if that's the case for any sort of things like stealth and stuff like that, is going to start receiving minuses, and you will still get system strain.
Okay.
What I would do then in that
What
case
was the roll?
is-
I don't get what the roll was.
The roll was a physical save. Physical
Yeah,
save.
but he did 1d20 plus 12.
No, it's 1d20 in comparison to 12.
You
So
know,
if
on
it's
the-
above
on the-
12,
on the
then
saves-
it's a success.
on the save tables, what number that is you have to beat for that specific save. So, say for example, Nico had to beat 12.
Yeah. So it was a 1d20 he rolled, but he rolled a 4, and what that little the arrow 12 is if it's greater than, then that bit underneath would have said 1 successes instead of 0. Well, for the stain, it's physical.
Well,
Right,
in that
for the
case,
ca-
because
for the
it's not
case of for the case of rules, in the case of for the state, if it's mental, I'd treat this like a psychic person going mad. So after a while, it will kill him, but not as a player, not not physically.
Yeah.
Because if a psychic person, I forget what it's called now. If a psychic person torches too much, they will go insane, and they're no
They
longer
become an NPC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'd do a similar thing for
Yeah. So
For,
yeah,
Ferex.
is that when the system strain gets too high on them?
yeah. So what I'd do instead of be HP, do it be intelligence.
Yeah, so instead of
so-
him dying, he'll lose, yeah.
So basically, so when it gets his system strain goes to max, take 1d4 intelligence, and then once that gets to 0, he becomes an NPC
There we go.
because his mind's been killed. Which would make it interesting to roleplay until you actually die as a player.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see how you'd remove it from yourself here.
Yeah, this is something we'd have to do ourselves, player-wise. This is now given us a task. Well, especially Nico as a character, he now has to figure out. He now has to go and find out how to cure himself.
Okay, so basically,
How
I'm
do we
dying,
know he's
right?
even got it?
We don't. We just
No.
know our character.
You'll just start seeing him making slightly crazier decisions, I guess. But yeah, every 30 minutes you take 1 point of system strain.
Okay, but actually, I'm already acting a bit mad. So, more mad. Oh, I've got an idea, a great idea. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Okay, remember that every time I have to choose something really stupid, I roll dice?
Yeah.
And actually, I do 1 to 6, I act stupid. 7 to 12, I act wisely. So maybe we can increase. And instead of 1 to 6, 1 to 7, 1 to 8, 1 to 9, 1 to 10, 11, 12. So the more I get crazy, the more are the chance that Ferax act instead of Twitch. That's the second personality. To me, it's really good, but because it can increase actually the chance that I have to act stupid. I mean, foolish.
Yeah, but by the time of this today, you'll be already like 1d12. So either way, you'll definitely be.
Well, the fact is that I didn't roll it, and we can't know because I roll just now. So, I mean, if you want, I can roll for all the time I didn't roll it.
Do you get system strain straight away, or will it be the next time?
It is. Do every 30. Oh wait, hang on. It says you need to do a physical effect save every 30 minutes, or gain 1 system strain. So in 30 minutes, you'll do another physical effect saving throw, and if it fails, then you do. Or no, if you miss it, don't do it. Or if you fail, then you'll take a point of damage to your system strain until that's maxed.
Yes. Maybe yes. But I have a really bad mental save. Really, really bad. Super bad.
But that's what it's affecting. It's affecting your mind. So it
Yeah,
wouldn't be physical.
We'll put it as a mental saving throw. So every 30 minutes, it will be a mental saving throw. And we're going to take a break for those 10 minutes, I believe.
Cool. See you in 10.
Okay.
Oh,
Of course
yeah,
you
sure.
can.
Go ahead.
Right. He looks at you and he's just he approaches and whatnot, and he's just like, what can I get you, mate? The tab. What table you sat at again? 7. And he looks down. He's just like, you had a bit of a problem, I heard. With your food. Mental. Like, I'll tell you what, mate. Have it on the house. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you'll come back. Yeah. I'll make sure that it comes out of the chef's wages. He can cover the cost for the lost foods. He's like, not a problem, mate. Yeah, I picture it being a bit like Reservoir Dogs.
Someone's going to end up walking into a wall.
or a lamppost. Just...
Right, we'll see you in 10 minutes, guys.
Yep, 10-minute break. 10 past.